Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mogi Beth, and for those of y'all who are new here, I'm a full-time reseller of women's clothing online. Today we are going to talk about my most profitable month ever, the month of May, in which we finally hit a 5-figure sales month. I'm so excited. But before we get into it, I want to take a moment to talk about why I haven't been on YouTube or Instagram for the past 2 weeks. After the senseless and tragic death of George Floyd, I think a lot of us in this country were really kind of awakened to what has been happening in this country forever. Because I see a lot of posts talking about what's happening now. And truthfully, this has been happening forever. This has never gone away. There's never been a time period in which this wasn't present in our country's history. You know, this is no secret. All of our founding fathers were white supremacists. They were racist. Most of them had slaves. They justified their treatment of Black people with the concept that people with white skin deserved more freedoms, more opportunities, more rights, more privileges. And so that belief system has not really gone away. It's really still part of the fabric of our ethos in this country. And not very many of us are actually, you know, ashamed of our history and of our white supremacist history, which is a really prominent part of our history. And we rationalize it. And it's the same way that we rationalize how it shows up today. It's really deep rooted in this country in a lot of ways that aren't obvious to people who don't have to deal with the consequences of that, and I am one of those people. I mean, this video won't be a history lesson. I'm not gonna sit here and preach at you and tell you everything that's wrong with this country, because really what I've been grappling with in the past 2 weeks is just the sheer amount of shame I have personally, that I really have not done anything in my life thus far and have therefore only really benefited from the structure of white supremacy, the systems of white supremacy in this country, because I am white and therefore I am a small cog in the machine that is white supremacy, and therefore I am upholding racist values. And this might be a lot for some of y'all, but I don't want to be a cog in that machine anymore. Instead, I really want to be a cog in the machine towards equality and justice for Black people in this country. And so I've been really trying to take away time from creating content and consuming reseller content, and I've really been trying to educate myself and learn as much as I can so that I can be informed, and so I can, you know, fight this issue from a very informed, educated place, and be able to donate and help leaders who are leading this fight in a way that is most helpful. I'll link all the resources down below that have really helped me, and there are just some really brilliant, generous Black men and women who have created these resources, who have written these books, and I'm just really grateful to them, because a lot of them are written for people like me who are just completely ignorant to this issue and haven't really understood why it's an important issue. And you know, I'm just really grateful that those resources exist. I'm in the process of transforming my shame into action and to taking responsibility and to having a firm resolve to fight this over my lifetime and to dedicate a part of my life to this, because this isn't something that, you know, just happened this week. This is something that's been happening forever, and it won't go away overnight. And so if you guys have any resources that you want to share in the comments down below, I would absolutely love that. I think a really good place to start, if this is just everything I'm saying is like completely overwhelming and you're like, what did you know, like cannot even take it in yet, would be the documentary 13th. I think it's a really well done documentary that really lays out how we got here. And so if you haven't taken any time to educate yourself on these topics, please don't leave comments down below about this, because we can't solve the problem from a place of ignorance, and I think a lot of people want to share their uneducated opinions about these topics, and it's frankly just unhelpful for everyone involved. And so if you aren't going to spend the time to educate yourself, then don't spend the time spreading misinformation. And I think that goes for generally everything, right? And I just hope that you are somewhere on this journey too. You know, I'm not very deep into this journey by any means, and I'm still very ignorant, and I don't have all the answers, and so it's hard for me to want to give. I'm someone who wants to provide answers or else not speak at all, and I don't have the answers yet, but I just hope you are somewhere on your journey, and I hope you're further along than I am, but you know, if not, just you can start. It's never too late to start. And I just keep thinking about like being on my deathbed and being proud of the work I did in this regard, because I don't expect anyone to give me a pat on the back. This I really view as a duty that all of us have, but I want to make sure that I do everything in my power, or at least feel as though I did everything in my power within my lifetime. So without further ado, I thank you for listening to me. Thank you for listening to that. I, am grateful to you. Okay, so now let's talk about what you're here for. Let's talk about May. And I know we're like 2 weeks into June already, so it's like May, question mark, but I still really want to talk about my sales this month. So, and I hope this was helpful to y'all. So if you watched my last video, my April sales video, which I will link on the screen, you know that COVID hit our business pretty hard. Our sales went down in March, and then they went even further down in April, but May was great. So I'm feeling super stoked about it and want to share all the numbers with y'all. So the first number I want to share is our total sales, and that is $10,999.99. Can y'all believe that? I was just like, are you serious? Not one more sale. No, but yeah, it was great. That's a very memorable number. So, and that, y'all, is $3,303.71 higher than April, which is insane. So super happy that there was a big upswing after a pretty big low in April and March. So to break down this number a little bit, I do sell on 4 different platforms: Poshmark, Mercari, Tradesy, and eBay. The vast majority of these sales came from Poshmark. So $9,011 of these sales came from Poshmark, but that leaves about $2,000 that came from these other platforms. So $918 sold on eBay, $450 sold on Tradesy, and then $642 sold on Mercari. And I don't know if I even cross-listed anything over to eBay and Tradesy this month, regrettably, which I do have a very clear plan as to how to ameliorate that situation going forward. And so hopefully I won't in the future have that, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. And then Mercari, if you watch my video about Mercari, which I will also link up on the screen, then you know that I just started Mercari this month. I think I got everything cross-listed about 2 weeks in, so I'm happy with the sales numbers on Mercari for just getting over there. And I actually stopped cross-listing at one point, so I do have some catching up to do over on Mercari as well. But on Poshmark, I listed 344 items in the month of May, which is 59 items higher than the month of April. So I am happy about that. We sold 196 items in total, which is good. I think that's a record for us, which is 31 higher than April. But really the number that I think made the biggest difference was our average sales price. Our average sales price for the month of May was $56.12. That is $9.48 higher than April, which is pretty substantial. I mean, that's almost $10 more. And I think that really was the reason why we were able to have such a high total sales number. And then the last figure I do like to share is our average sales days, which is just the average from all the items we sold of how long it took to sell. So the average number of sales days for the items sold in May was 103 days, which is about 15 days higher than April. But the number I really look to more than average, just to account for outliers, is median. So the median sales days for May was 48, which was 20 days higher than April. So 48, I'm still pretty happy with that, to be honest, but it definitely did go up from April. So overall, super happy about May. Almost all of our numbers were up, and I think having our average sales price go up so much was really helpful. You know, the one area for some improvement would be average sales days or median sales days, but I'm not really unhappy with those results. So, you know, we can definitely improve that, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so next I want to go over the best sales from this month because I think that can be super helpful. And then the 3 sales that I'm grateful for, but I would not source again, and hopefully can be learning lessons to y'all as well. And then the last thing I really want to go over is my goals and stuff for June, which I know we're halfway through it, but I still want to share where we're at and what we're working on. And so, because it's been a while since I really checked in with y'all. So, okay. The first best sale of May was actually my most expensive sale to date. And these were a pair of Alexander Wang Nova Crystal heels. They were new with box. They did have some light scratches on the outer sole from like trying on and so forth, but they were in pristine condition otherwise. And I listed them for $500, and then they sold the very next day for $450 with free shipping, and they actually sold to someone for their birthday. So happy birthday to you in the off chance you're watching. And y'all, guess what? June is my birthday month. I'm turning 28 on June 24th, so I need to figure out what I'm doing for that. But anyways, happy birthday to everyone who has a birthday this month. Okay, so I actually had, not to brag, but I actually had a decent amount of really good sales this month. I mean, I had about $11,000 in sales, so sprinkled in there were some really good ones. I picked out 2 that were really good brands, just in case you don't know them. So my second best sale of this month was a Shona Joy dress. And it was a bustier maxi dress in color nude. Shona Joy is an Australian designer, and she has some really beautiful draped dresses that in my mind would be so perfect for any kind of formal event, and especially great for a wedding. I might, you know, buy a Shona Joy dress, either a Shona Joy dress or a Katie May dress. Katie May is another designer that's kind of similar in that way. Both, I have a wedding coming up in the fall, hopefully, and I think I'm gonna get a dress from either one of those 2 brands, but I will pop up a picture of the label onto the screen just so y'all know what that looks like. This dress I had listed for $165, and then it sold for $135 in about a month and a half. So it did take a little bit of time. I think because of COVID, not a ton of people were buying these dresses, but super happy with this sale. It was a really good one. So then my third best sale from this month was a Nili Lotan dress. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Nili Lotan is which if I'm pronouncing that wrong, please correct me in the comments down below, but she is an Israeli-born, New York-based designer. Beautiful clothes, and this was a silk cami leopard print dress that I listed one day for $250. The next day I received an offer for $175 and went ahead and accepted. So I was super happy with that sale, and this is definitely a brand that you should know. Tag or label on Nili Lotan clothing. It's black threading on black label, so it's kind of hard to read. So if you see that, that's a good indicator that you should look into it. But I will pop the picture up on the screen just so in case it does help. Okay, so now on to these sales that, again, I am so grateful for. But these were 3 items that sat for a really long time in my closet and then eventually sold for not a lot of money. So I think they can be good learning lessons for all of us. So the first, and I think perhaps, I don't remember, but I think perhaps a viewer bought this, so thank you so much. Honestly, when these items that I've had for a long time sell, I do a happy dance because I'm tired of looking at them. But so thank you if you are watching. This was an Anthropologie Pilcra and the letterpress scribble print shorts. Y'all, I remember vividly when I found these. I was in a Goodwill in Denver, and when I found them, I honestly think I was like calling for them. I was like in my head saying, okay, Pilcra shorts, because at the time they sold really fast and for good money. So when I found these, I was super excited. I thought they were so cute. I still think they are, but unfortunately, Pilcro and the letterpress just doesn't perform as well as it used to. And I'm super picky with Pilcro and the letterpress now, and I really, as a rule, don't pick up printed denim just because it doesn't sell well for whatever reasons. So I listed these on July 24th, 2018, and 647 days later, they sold for $8 with discounted shipping, and so I lost money on this sale. But I was just so tired of looking at it, and you know what? Off to hopefully a person who will love them and enjoy them. And you know, at least I prolonged the life of these shorts, I guess. But yeah, those are the two kind of learning lessons. No, I'm very picky on Pilcro, and I don't pick up printed denim anymore. So the second worst sale was an Anthropologie mix and match bikini top. And this actually came from my own personal closet. And I mean, I purchased it for myself. I thought it was very, very cute. I still think it's very, very cute. And I listed the top and the bottom separately, and the bottoms actually sold fairly quickly, and because they were different sizes. So I don't really know what the learning lesson is from this, except for, you know, I don't know, maybe some Anthropologie separates when it comes to swim do better than others. I don't have enough experience selling Anthropologie swimwear to know for certain, but I know their swimwear has changed a lot in the past 5 years, so especially their in-house. This was an in-house brand. So I don't know. I probably would do my research before picking up any Anthropologie swim, especially bikini separates again, because this item was listed for 652 days. And then it sold for $7 with discounted shipping. And everything on this list, I had tried everything. You know, I relisted, lowered the price, you name it. You know, cross-listed, but just no takers for a long time. So I'm very happy to see that that sold. And you know, just bikini separates are kind of a riskier purchase. Although I have had good experience with some bikini separates this month. Maybe I'll talk about that in my June sales video. Okay, and then the last worst sale or just item I would probably be cautious when picking up again, if at all, was this 1060 Sherman graphic tee. It was new with tags. It's super cute. It's distressed graphic with ruffle sleeve. 1060 Sherman is an in-house Nordstrom brand that doesn't really retail for a lot, so I can understand why maybe there's not a super high demand on the resale market. I was hoping that the style alone would carry it through, but it was listed for 604 days. So, and then hey y'all, at this point my camera died, but what I was saying was that it took us 604 days to sold, and it sold for approximately $8. It sold in a bundle, so that's how much I approximated it to sell for. Not a lot. And I think I actually lost a little bit of money on this sale. So not one I would pick up again. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about June and what our goals have been for this month. Already, since we're 2 weeks in, I can tell you we're not going to have a 5-figure sales month, unfortunately. But that's largely because we made the conscious decision to take a step back from working in our business in order to work on our business. So the past 2 weeks have really looked like we are redoing our shoe inventory. But mainly, we've created a lot of training manuals and training videos, and we are in the process this week. We will hire a second part-time employee and then a full-time virtual assistant. And our virtual assistant is going to be the one cross-listing and listing, so I won't get backlogged ever again, and they're going to be full-time, so they should be able to keep on top of it. And so we're kind of taking a step back this month so that we can take hopefully a massive leap forward in the month of July and then going forward, which is very exciting and has really been stressful for me letting go of everything. It has, I think, been for the best, and I'm really excited to see where July takes us. But yeah, this week we are hiring, so doing interviews, and I have to kind of go back and organize our office and make it more efficient. And really work through our systems. That's been a lot of what I've been doing, is like reworking our systems so that it can work seamlessly between me, 2 employees, and then a remote virtual assistant. So that has been exciting, fun, and less profitable. So our June sales video will probably be less than May, but we'll see. Maybe the last 2 weeks of June we can rally and have some sales, but I had to really surrender June so that for the long-term success of our business. So anyways, that is our goal for June. It's just focusing on the long-term things. I am excited to be back on YouTube again. I'm also excited to be able to go to the thrift store again here in Portland. I think I've gone once or twice very briefly, and it just felt so good. So I'm gonna create more content like that, which is exciting. It's been a while, but let me know in the comments down below what kind of content you would like to see now and what video ideas you have that you would love to see on this channel. And thanks so much for sticking around and watching this video. It really means a lot to me. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, bye. If you haven't already, check out these videos. Click the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up on this video.